Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 13 of calisthenics endurance. Another 10-kilometer run has been completed, and if you notice, it's a very slow one today, but that's on purpose, I'm starting to realize more and more the importance of easy days, and today I'll talk about kind of how I've been implementing that. But when it comes to endurance, when running, like especially in ultramarathon, if I'm gonna be running the 70-kilometer Shimanami cycling road in Japan in March, I'm gonna have to teach myself how to move when tired. And I am tired today because yesterday was a very hard day. Yesterday I ran faster. Yesterday I did a leg day and then a push endurance session. So my body's broken down. And today, yes, it was easy. It was an easy day. But still, I was moving when tired. And that's the most important part because that's what I'm gonna have to do on that Shimanami cycling road. But let's talk about how I kind of gauge the intensity on easy days or how I go about it, because I think like up until now I've really been doing even my easy days too hard, and basically hard days are supposed to be hard, easy days are supposed to be easy. But what is easy, right? Because sometimes it's difficult to gauge. If you're going easy, it's difficult to gauge how much percentage of your power you're using really. So what I try to think about, or what I try to achieve during the session, is basically I try to get into a state where I'm moving, and it's so easy that I'm gaining energy while I'm doing it. Because if you think about it, when you move your body, right, everything becomes loose, everything becomes smooth, your blood is flowing around, but you're also getting tired. But if you just do the light movement, you're only getting that part where your body is getting, a stimulus, getting the blood flowing, and you just feel like you're recovering during the session. And that's the feeling I try to achieve. So during the run this morning, I felt, stiff as hell because yesterday was quite difficult and I couldn't move forward. But by the end of the session, I was like, should I really be doing like my walking intervals right now? Because I was doing 1 minute walking, 1 minute of jogging. And I was like, should I just not run? Like, do these walking intervals, do they have meaning, right? So I was getting to a point that I was doubting myself, like, is this not too easy? And I feel like that's the kind of the sweet spot where you start doubting yourself, because you're still moving around, you're still gaining benefits, right? And that's kind of the approach I'm taking. I'm gonna, do an easy day on the skill session as well today. So skill sessions are kind of recovery for me from the endurance, but today's one is gonna be especially light or not light, but I guess less volume, so easier to recover from. But in the skill session as well, I'm gonna make sure that I don't push myself too hard. And by the end, basically, when this workout is done, I hope to achieve the feeling of, excitement because I want tomorrow to come, I want this session to be ended and feel like I've completely recovered because I did some light movement. That's basically how I approach it. So for the skill session today, I'm only going to do 5 sets of pull and then 5 sets of push. Well, I'm going to do them alternating style, but 10 sets in total. And basically focus a bit on push-ups in the planche, I believe, and pull-ups in the front lever, because those don't hurt anymore or don't hurt that much. So I feel like today I can try and get some more volume, get some more reps in those compared to last time. Well, it's going to be easy for the push-ups because I only got 1 planche push-up in the last session. So if today I can get 2, that's already a win. And for the pull-ups, perhaps if everything goes well, I can aim for like 5 sets of 5. But yeah, let's see what happens. Holy fuck! Whew. Alright, so 2 sets done of both pull and push, and well, I rewatched the first sets, and basically skill days, when you do them light, they are the best opportunity you have to fix your form. So for me, I have some things in my form that are not good. I bend my arms, I have my hips too high in the planche. In the front lever, I don't go all the way down, right? Or I'm kind of bent or not horizontal in the front lever touch. There's lots of things to work on, and when you have light days, it's the perfect opportunity to work on those because you're doing light sets, which means you can do multiple sets and not get tired. And when you work on form, you want to be energetic, you want to have enough energy to basically put in the extra effort for that form. So skill days, I feel like especially when it comes to skill days, doing light days is very useful. But yeah, let's do 3 more sets and see what happens. Alright, I was only able to do 2 real push-ups today, which is the push-up to press. The other ones I did an attempt, but basically I didn't have enough power left over after the push-up to do a proper planche, a proper press. So it was kind of unexpected, but that also means, today I kind of kept focusing on the form. I didn't allow myself to break down too much, right? Bending the arms in the press and stuff, or bending it too much. So I kind of unintentionally created a standard today that I can try and beat tomorrow, because if I did my workout today well, it means that tomorrow I should be able to come back stronger. By definition, right, if you're doing a recovery day, you should be able to come back stronger the next day because you recovered. So if today the intensity was right, tomorrow I'll be beating 2 sets of push-up to planche press. But anyway, 1 more set of front lever and then we can end the workout. Whew. Alright, so that's it for today's training, and well, if you do your recovery workout properly, then you should end your training, perhaps have some food, have a shower, and then suddenly it will come to you like, holy shit, I'm beaming with energy, I want to train again. And that's kind of what you need, If you have that feeling of, I wish it was tomorrow already, I wish I could train hard again, that's when you successfully recovered. And, the entire purpose of the easy day is to recover in the first place. So, you might be thinking to yourself, like, even on easy days, I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna go to my limit, but guess what? That's not discipline, that's not going hard, that's just setting yourself up for failure, because you're preventing yourself from actually training hard on the days you're supposed to. So when you plan a recovery day, when you finish a certain workout and you think to yourself like, holy hell, I'm supposed to recover from this, I'm gonna do an easy day tomorrow. If you plan something like that, keep yourself to it, that's discipline. Even though, you might want to train hard, sometimes holding back is actually the most difficult part, because guess what? Master Roshi, work hard, study well, eat and sleep plenty. We can all do the work hard and study well, we want to train hard, we want to learn about training, we want to try all of this new stuff. But oftentimes, the most difficult part comes in the not training part, in the eating well and sleeping well, in the recovery part. That's where I fail oftentimes, and I don't think I'm the only one with this problem. So, as an approach for the easy days, I've really been, using this method of, make it so easy that you think to yourself, is this even worth it? Because you might be asking yourself that question during the training, but the answer is most definitely yes, it is worth it. You're moving your body, you're getting the blood flowing, you're, getting some more volume in the planche, you're learning a form, you're trying to improve it. There are so many things you're learning in those easy days, and at the same time, your body is recovering. So recovering. So yes, the days are very useful, and well, you'll see that they are in the future once you are able to train hard and basically make more gains. But that's it for today's training. Very happy with how it went. Can't wait for tomorrow for another skill day and basically, try to beat today's skill day. But that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna head downstairs and have some breakfast, and I'll see you tomorrow for, well, I just said it, a skills day.